Hello, my name is Liu Xin, and I'm the CTO and co-founder of RitualMan. Today, I'm going to share with you some of my observation and insight into AI in pharmaceuticals. We will introduce the latest trend of AI drug development and the key issue we have found and the research we have done to address them. I hope you can learn something from today's webinar. This diagram must be very familiar to you. This is a flowchart from drug discovery to drug development. This journey takes 10 to 15 years and costs more than 300 million. The drug development process is so long and heavily invested, but success are few and far between. All AI companies believe that traditional method must be improved, both in terms of time and money. Let's start with drug discovery. In this stage, the solutions come from those AI companies can be categorized into three approaches. One is to generate a large number of drug-like compounds. The second is to carry out faster and more accurate docking with a recognized target. The last one is to use AI in compound design for the target structure that is already known. Of course, many algorithms are being used. For example, 3D convolutional neural network, generated adversarial network, and so on. However, in this discovery stage, it's very difficult to find the target. That's along with the prediction of the protein structure. This uncertainty makes drug design far more difficult. Therefore, AI in drug discovery is still looking for critical breakthrough. Since the problem of target is complex and difficult to solve, it may be more effective to leverage AI in drug development. In this stage of drug development, there is already an identified target or hit compounds. On this basis, improving the efficiency of this stage is more feasible and effective when we consider the strength of AI. There are multiple issues facing the drug development efforts, such as efficacy, safety, and pharmacokinetics. Moreover, molecular modification in this stage should take synthesizability into account. To summarize, the structure modification to fit multiple conditions at the same time often takes a lot of time and money in optimization and experimentation. To address the wastage in drug development, we have two major technologies to help save the cost of drug development. One is powerful prediction model with graph convolutional neural network, so-called GCN. This technology is used to predict the properties of chemical molecules, similar to use of traditional virtual screening. And the other one is customized compound library with reinforcement learning. This technology allows you to modify the molecule you provide and produce a large number of modified molecules under the condition you want. Let's talk about the first one, our powerful prediction model with GCN, which is high accuracy prediction model. The recent innovations in mathematical method of neural network have led to outstanding performance in a variety of fields, including, of course, pharmaceutical applications. However, the nature of chemical molecule data is different from the image processing or natural language processing. This popular topic. So it cannot be applied directly. Therefore, we have adopted graph convolutional neural network as the main technique. And after the research and improving it, we are able to achieve better accuracy than other models to help our client predict molecular properties. It is well known that explainability is a major problem in neural networks compared to traditional approaches. But the explainable result of traditional computational methods require human intervention, either rule-based or human supply descriptors. Our powerful prediction model not only provides accurate predict result, but also identify the molecular property associations without providing any human knowledge to the model. Take mutagenicity as an example. Above is the output of our model, and below is the active relationship between mutagenicity and molecule analyzed by Benigni, who is the expert in this field of QSAR and mutagenicity. The figures show that the results of our trained model are almost identical to Benigni's analysis, without adding any human knowledge in our training. We have many completed models, including efficacy, physical properties, metabolic, toxicity, absorption, and pharmacokinetic properties. If you have some experimental data and you want to make a model, you can come to us. We can train customized model for you with explainable results. The second one is customized compound library with reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning is a machine learning method that uses neural networks to learn how to make moves with a higher score in a given environment. Think of modify compound as an action to get high score, and the condition is environment. And then we apply this concept to optimize compound. We combine our high accuracy GCM model with reinforcement learning to design compounds with properties we want. In the case where machine learning can produce compounds, we can design specific multi-conditional environment to enable reinforcement learning to produce the compound we want in a large quantities. At the same time, we can add synthetic consideration to make design compound library more feasible for synthesization. For example, if we want to start with a molecule that has a poor log-P, log-P is that octane-water partition coefficient, and is mutagenic, we can design many molecules that have a good log-P close to 1.5 and are not mutagenic using the GCN plus reinforcement learning model. In summary, we have chosen GCN as the core algorithm because a compound is actually a kind of graph. To solve the rule-based problem, we developed GCN-based explainable AI. And finally, we combine the GCN with reinforcement learning to develop the custom compound library, which allows us to quickly respond to client need for structural modification. The best way to deliver this complex algorithm to our customer is indeed SaaS. By packaging complex algorithms into an easy-to-use interface via cloud-based software, we can provide the service at a relatively low cost. This approach also ensures that our client have access to the latest technology because AI algorithms are upgraded repeatedly. And other services offer customized AI can be easily embedded in the online software if they are already there. Under our data security, I believe our services are secure enough. But if you want a completely independent environment, we have solution for that. we can provide a complete independent database so that your confidential data is isolated. Or you can just set up the entire system on a private cloud and have your IT manage it to achieve a higher level of security. Because of its complexity, the computation time of AI model is relatively long. Think about that we have 1,000 compounds to compute in 20 models. There will be 20,000 computations, and if one computation takes 10 seconds, that is a huge amount of time. In fact, that almost 2.5 days, which is a bit too long. So we developed parallel computation to reduce the time to less than half an hour, and we can complete all the tasks. This is the end of today's presentation. Now we have all the technology needed for drug development. In the next session, our CEO Tian Yunzhen will introduce our services. I'm Liu Xin, CTO and the co-founder of VirtualMan. Thank you for your attention.